Poor people. They ain't shit.
We are the Great Unwashed.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Great Unwashed, a podcast for the 99%. I'm your host, Ian Mack. Today's quote comes from William Blake. To see a world in a grain of sand and heaven in a wildflower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. With that, welcome my guest, Leeon Lean. So you have a lot of things with you. This is going to be fun.
I do nest a bit.
Yeah.
So
is it called hoarding or
no,
nesting?
I don't really know. There's I truly am like purging things,
Yeah.
but when I travel, I like to I use my tablet or something to draw with or
Yeah. Are you drawing something?
I am.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. And then so you said you like to nest places.
Yeah, I think so.
Like when you go somewhere, you dig in and you.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but
why are we always compared to birds, dude?
I don't know.
You know, because when a woman's pregnant, they go through this period called nesting, right?
Sure.
It's like,
Yep.
building the bed and doing all the tidying up, cleaning like crazy. And then when the kids leave for college, it's like I'm an empty nester.
Right. Maybe it's not just birds, but I know this is a byproduct of the bird, but it's just the nest that we're intrigued with there.
Yeah. Do you believe birds aren't real?
I do debate that. I did this morning. Truly, I was at the intersection and one of the grackles, right?
Yeah.
The females, there were there's a, I don't know what they're called. Is it a murder of?
Yeah, a murder of crows.
But it was
grackles.
What is that?
Same
Thing. Kellogg of
a gaggle of grackles.
Yeah, right. Just an attempted murder.
Oh, nice.
Of they were there, and I was watching them with that in mind.
Yeah,
I
saw a video of this little boy who made a friend with a crow, and the crow would only let him.
This video.
Yeah, I just shared it today.
Yeah, the kid was petting.
Yeah,
and they were it would come to the window.
Yep, he would come in there, and then the mom would try to pet him, and he would just nope,
nothing.
No, I'm good.
I have been trying to trade with the crows here for the last 6 months.
You told me about that.
I'll leave bread out, and they'll come get it, but they haven't left me anything yet.
Do they bring you stuff?
They will eventually. You can trade up. You can get them to bring something back for the bread.
Oh.
You can get money eventually.
Damn,
my God.
Wait, hold on a second.
Wow.
No way,
There's
dude.
A book. Upward Mobility with Crows.
Okay. Oh my God. Did you take some of those mushrooms?
No, it's real. Just trust me. It's real.
It is. All right. Well, you heard it here first, folks.
Right.
Trade with your crows.
Trade with the crows, local crows. I don't know.
The grackle.
The grackle. Okay, you saw a grackle.
Well, no, that was it. I watched it intently, trying to determine if it was real or not real.
Yeah.
Because they move. It does make you question. You watch a bird close,
dude, and then their eyes widen. Like it's like a camera, dude.
Yeah. And what do we really know about birds?
Yeah.
Like seriously,
their bones are hollow.
Where does a bird die? Does it just die up in the tree and fall? Does it does it ground itself? I mean, I'm going to just curl up here.
Yeah.
Does it when it rains, do they just hunker down, or are they kind of let's get up to the top and just shake around in the
right? Wild birds, I believe wild birds are real.
What's a wild bird versus just a bird?
Oh, like a pigeon? You think a pigeon's a wild bird?
Oh, well, I've had some good times with pigeons. They will party with you.
Hell yeah.
They will take fries off your plate.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, the seagulls of the city.
They are. Well, no. No, they are cooler than that.
Yeah, seagulls are assholes, dude.
Yeah, they're kind of weird.
They are, man. What do you do?
For a living?
Well, What do you do? No. What do are art wise?
Oh, okay.
What's your medium of choice?
Digital.
Digital.
Like,
Okay.
yeah. Like the lights on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a
Okay.
light bright when I was a kid, and I think I
Yeah.
blame that for part of that.
I recently got my son a new age light bright.
Yeah.
Just
I
recently.
loved that thing.
I still have my light bright at my parents' house. It still has the anarchy symbol on it from when I
Yes.
when I left my room.
Yes. As they
Like
all
18.
should.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
that's great.
Yeah, I remember making my own designs and putting the sheet in there, and then you punch the little things through, and they'd light up. And you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
you have the sheet once it's done. Like you have this
Yeah.
sheet with the shit on there.
yeah, which now I'd be like,
Yeah.
that's maybe even cooler than the lights thing. But
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, digital stuff.
Digital stuff. Yeah. What got you? I mean, I know that you do stuff for Yokio.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you do for those guys?
So I'm going to back up a little bit.
Please do.
We're going to go on a journey.
Okay.
I'm going to go on a journey.
Yeah.
All right.
Please do.
I'm going to go back to the original question on kind of how, I don't even know if that was there, but here's what I'm going to tell you. So we talked a little bit about the light bright,
Right,
which may have inspired me as I look back on this and having this conversation now. But I will say that my parents got divorced when I was 10, and my mom she was like, I'm going to go back to school and learn computer science. And she was working in up at the university next to the computer lab. And the students were in there working on these machines, trying to create games and drawing stuff. And they had a machine called a GG machine. I think it was GI maybe, is that what it was spelled? And it had maybe 6 colors. It looked like it would display stuff like the game Pac-Man.
Oh, cool.
So lots of, very bright colors and very limited. And I'm sure the resolution, which I'm sure thought was great at the time, was probably 200 by 300 pixels or something.
Nice.
And so I was fascinated by that. And then video games started coming out, and I was fascinated by what they were doing on the screens and how they're making things look so real. I mean, at the time, games like Burger Time, you're like, oh my God, that thing's shaded and it's got a highlight on it, and these crazy things that were happening then. Got super into that.
Yeah.
And I decided somewhere in there between 10 and 12, I want to make art on computers. That's what I want to do.
Sweet.
And that's what I went to do. And so
Yeah.
I went to college to do that, and graduated with a degree in electronic imagery. And I went to work on things that stay online, and I've since learned, which anything you work online now, you can produce in print or even 3D print or bring off the screen too. So, but I started drawing. I've always used the environments I'm in, especially the sounds and the din of things that are going on, as part of what inspires me, what's
Right.
going on.
Right. Adds a little bit more depth to the feeling of the art as well.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I was drawing on screens live with bands and people performing.
Sweet. That's awesome.
And Neo from Yokio was like,
Yeah.
hey, there's this industry standard program called Resolume. And he had a copy here, and he's like, hey, check it out. And I played with it a little bit, and I was like, oh my God, that's the stuff that I'm trying to get out of my body.
Right.
And
Expel.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll also say that I feel like my need to create stuff too is much like the cycle of eating. So, but it's not as present. Like I don't need to draw 3 times a day, but let's say I need to get it out of my system 2 or 3 times a week. And I will crave it if it's not there. And so, that's what has driven me to do this. And so I've worked in that language for a long time. And now for the past couple of years, I've been dialing this stuff in, and really it's opened a whole new world of ways to create things and express myself.
Yeah. Sam's talking about something
So,
called
yeah.
Wire.
So they have another package.
Okay. In Resolute.
It's a companion piece
Okay.
called Wire, which is
Like an add-on type thing.
yeah, sort of. Yeah. It probably they would say it's a totally separate program.
Right.
I mean, you pay for it separately and those things, but
Yeah.
it ties directly into Resloom. So
Cool.
They're cousins in some way.
Oh, okay. Kissing cousins.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you can actually node code by using nodes and pulling little strings to each of the nodes to create your own effects. And so if I get to a point where I'm like, I really want to do this and I'm not getting that, I can go into that and code my own visual stuff and then bring it back in. And that's super exciting as well.
That's great, man.
Just go under the hood.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's like a matrix inside of a matrix.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So do you believe we're in a simulation?
I do debate this too. There's something with the birds.
Yeah. I've asked this to like multiple people.
Yes. No, I do think about this.
Me too. I think about it every day.
It's in some of my art has been for a while, even before this big AI explosion, is kind of how we're trying to design, robotics and computers in our own image, this whole thing. And that has always been there. And with the work that I'm doing. And I ponder that too. It's like
trying to be God.
Right. And you're reproducing we've got this religious created in God's image thing. And then here we are trying to create something. And it's like, is this thing sort of tied back through?
Yeah.
And then if you look at the diagrams of the machine learning and you compare them to the tree of life diagram,
yeah,
they are the same.
Holy shit.
It's crazy.
So
what is the tree of life diagram?
What is the tree of life diagram?
Yeah.
For our listeners who don't know.
Well, here, and I'll bring it up. And I'll let you describe it. Okay, yeah. But I think you're gonna, when I bring it up, you'll be like, oh, what? That is a little weird.
Put the really shitty melodica version of the Jeopardy theme.
So here's the machine learning diagram.
Okay.
The machine learning diagram.
Oh.
Okay, and then
This is nuts, dude.
Yeah, wait.
Just the geometry.
Okay.
Right now,
machine learning.
Hand me that back.
Okay. Yep.
And then this is the tree of life.
I'll throw it in. I'll throw it in with the extras.
Compare.
Yeah. Compare these.
Talk amongst
yourselves. That's cool. That'd be a cool tattoo.
Yeah.
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 Do you have any tattoos?
I do not. I tried to get one.
I don't either.
And I wanted it on my hand, and they wouldn't do it. They're like, you got to be sleeved out. I was like, come on now.
Yeah.
And they would not do it.
Wow.
And then I sort of just like, there've been a few times I'm going to get one, and
I have one that I want to get, and I want to do it like during a show.
Oh, nice.
During a comedy show.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, can you disclose what it is?
Well, I mean, I guess. Yeah. So, my grandma used to say this. She would always say, every time, right before we would leave, she would always say, "Love you much, much. Love you much, much." Right.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to get like an actual heart on my chest that just said "much, much" on it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Much, I do.
Yeah, because that was also.
And so you're gonna do that.
That was also the last text that I got from my dad before he passed.
Oh wow!
Right before Christmas. So
wow.
Yeah, I was like, "Love you much, much," and then
wow, that's
yeah.
So wait, that's a pretty heavy tattoo.
That's a heavy tattoo.
And you're gonna do that in front of people while doing comedy?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I want to see that.
Let's do it.
You gotta let me know.
It's gotta be
about
visceral.
That show.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and it's got to be a big show too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I was thinking of just hosting from the tattoo chair.
Yeah, you'd have to do something like that.
Right. Otherwise,
I mean, it's going to be on the stage, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe behind like a little, what do they call those things? Room divider. What's the other? What's the other name for that? Screen.
Barricade.
I don't know.
Shrub.
Curtain.
Hedgerow.
I don't know, man. I don't know what we're talking about anymore, dude. You spun my head around with a bunch of computer talk.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that happens.
No, I'm having a great time, dude. This is great. You just got back from South by Southwest.
I did.
Okay.
I did. 8 days. Actually, 8 nights, 9 days.
Wow.
South by Southwest.
It's like Hanukkah.
Well, there was I reckon.
8 crazy nights.
And yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah. So what all did what were you there for? And what did you? Was it for the visuals? Was the tech side of stuff?
It was work,
yeah.
But there's a lot of overlap with what I do professionally, and then
right.
What I do, on my own time, and so they're all creating graphics or art online,
right?
And so there's a lot of branding and advertising, but also a lot of AI, and those were the tracks that I was there to take in, and there's, as you know, a lot happening at South by Southwest. It's
so
a lot
much
to take in.
Yeah. And on the comedy side, I'm getting people, my buddy JP was out there just running around talking to people. He had our buddy Richie Flo, who's a comedian magician. He was just like doing street shit with people. Oh man, it's crazy.
I would see those on like, you've got 3 hours to fill, and they would give you things to do, and there was a lot of comedy stuff in those in the mix of stuff. Yeah,
that's great. So was there anything that was like remarkable that you
there were a lot of robots.
Cool.
A lot of loneliness tech seems to be big.
Okay.
It certainly
loneliness tech. Explain this to me.
Well, I don't
what's
know
loneliness?
That I'm the person to like really tell you, but I mean, like, it's
what's loneliness tech?
I think if you are lonely and you need a companion, like I was talking to somebody that they're like, I don't have kids, I don't have a significant other, and I'm going to grow old, and like I may want a companion, and these bots also I think are filling that role, but that seems to be, there was a lot of discussion of, I was saying lonely tech, but that's what its market was, for people that wanted a companion. Yeah. And there's this one device that's it's like it's just a head, really
cool,
with an electronic face.
Okay.
And you set it on the table. It's got a base, much like a maybe a mannequin head that you put a wig on or something of that nature. So it's just a head.
All right. Okay. Just a fucking decapitated head.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that was strange but I mean, it was, I think, getting a lot of positive feedback on that.
Now it's an electronic face. Is it? It's a screen. It's a screen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you can't like make out with it or anything.
And you sort of, well, yeah, that's what you do. I mean, like, you're having conversations. It learns what you like. It's a whole AI bot that's learning about you, and you guys talk about things, and like, hey, you want to have discussion about Resolume or comedy or boom, it'll talk to you.
Whoa. If I can make it look like George Carlin.
You probably could. I mean, it's a digital display.
Did you watch
it happen?
Or did you listen to or see the AI George Carlin album that came out? Like the live?
I heard that.
Yeah.
There's a lawsuit too now.
Yeah, I think Will Sasso was behind that, wasn't he?
I do not know.
I think Will Sasso had some kind of hand in that, but that's what I heard. Don't quote me on that.
I will not do that. Editor. Do not put air quotes around that.
But I think it is. But yeah, so loneliness tech.
That was one.
That's okay.
And then there was, everybody was super excited about it.
Right.
I mean, certainly the way to view it is your overconfident frenemy that is drunk is how I view AI. It's gonna get you in trouble with some things if you just use it straight out of the box. You're gonna have to curate this. You're gonna have to say, listen, we're not going here. You got to chill out. But you have some, and they're brilliant too. I mean, it's kicking some stuff out that you're like, whoa, wait, that's folding my mind. But it can do some. Yeah, it'll tell you some stuff that's not true with the confidence of, like somebody was talking about.
Yeah,
there was a paper they had asked it to put together a paper, and it had written a paper, and it had put the footnotes in it. Citing all the places that had pulled this stuff in the paper.
Yeah,
and it had done it for I think everything in the book correctly, but it made up 2 books and 2 page. It gave page numbers, author. It gave you the full. This is where this came from.
Yeah.
No book existed by that. No author, no page number, nothing. So, but it was confident as hell. I mean, it looked like, So
interesting.
Yeah. Frenemy.
Yeah.
It's going to make you look stupid if it can, and it's going to laugh about it.
Yeah. Do you think that AI will ever kill us off?
We're pretty good at that ourselves. I don't know.
I agree with that.
I mean, it's certainly going to be a contender. I mean, we created this thing, so and it's learning from us, so it's going to be a problem. But we're a handful on our own, so
cool. So let's get back on track here. Oh, so bleak. Anytime we start talking about AI.
No, it doesn't need to be bleak.
It doesn't need to?
No.
Tell me about this.
Here's the thing that actually terrifies me the most about AI.
Okay.
Is that it is moving at exponential speeds. So we as humans are linear thinkers. We do not think exponentially.
Right.
So when I say, hey, let's go 30 paces, those paces are your steps, and we're going to be in the kitchen in there or in, wherever.
Yeah.
And for AI, it's going to be over 200,000 miles away. It's not moving at the same pace. So for us to try to predict what's going to happen at that pace.
Yeah. It's like trying to figure out any of the universe's secrets, like,
It's trying to think about how many stars are out there or how big the universe is. Like your brain just and
cracks.
We can't get around that. Yeah. And so these, the dystopian or the utopian versions that are out there, like there's no way to know like what's in the middle of that, and it could be so disruptive.
Have you heard the paperclip theory?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Paperclip theory?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, essentially, I mean,
Project Paperclip?
I mean, like it could be a benign thing that could be our demise. Like we could be like, we make this AI bot that we want it to make paper clips.
Right.
That is your mission. You're going to be this efficient paperclip making machine.
Yeah.
And that's its mission.
Yeah.
And then it starts its paperclip thing.
It starts making paper clips out of us.
Well, it runs out of resource, right?
Yeah.
Well, you go try to shut it down. It's like, you can't shut me down. I've got to make paper clips. Like, does all the crazy things keep you away. And then it's like, Optimus and then we got to do this. And then suddenly it's like, you know what? It's not super efficient, but I can make a paperclip out of a person. And, I mean, it may take me, 50 or 60 people, but I could get a paperclip to happen.
Yeah.
And we got to get rid of them. But again, you've taken us down a dark road.
I didn't. You said the paperclip thing.
Well, yeah.
But that's when.
Worst case scenario.
I don't know if that's the worst, but it's bad.
That's pretty bad.
It's like I don't really want them going, "You're a paperclip today." Yeah. That's like not the way I wanted to go out. It's the AI bot going, "Today is your paperclip day." Like, damn it! I didn't want to be a paperclip.
Yeah. What if you're the first one though?
No, that's still not going to be okay. That would be the worst because
ladies and gentlemen, the first human paperclip.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's the way I want the AI bots to remember me. They'll just have like a little plaque, like a giant paperclip with my name at the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm not But yeah.
This one's called Leon.
right. The Leon clip. It'll change the name of
Yeah.
them from then on. Or maybe there's a special series because there's only so many of us. So you don't have a short run of human paperclip.
It's a Cleop.
Right. He was one of 5,000. Well, I will say, in happier things, there's discussion of 4-day work weeks or like things that truly could also occur where you have a society that does not, you would have all your needs taken care of, that you would exist in that space. And so if you wanted this studio or you wanted to follow your dreams and do the things you wanted to do, these bots are taking care of the things that we need to function. And so you could have this studio just, because you want one. And you have money to get fed and the transportation becomes automated and you just walk outside or you summon a car with your phone, you get in it, you cruise around, you do whatever. You're in the car and it says, hey, you know what? Your favorite band's playing down the street, by the way, after dinner. Would you like me to take you over there? Whatever, like all these things. And, you could have this whole, we're just existing, doing the things we love.
Utopian existence.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we're spreading across the universe. And the big disruptor is power. That is really, and I'm not talking like power as in enforcing your will on something,
right?
But power as in generating
enough power to get out.
To run the bots.
Okay. And to
charge the cars that are on this, moving through the taking you places and all the things and keeping the grid going and all the stuff that needs to occur.
Yeah.
But we have fusion that has just occurred here. So
how long do you think it'll take before we're mining Mars for its resources?
Oh man. See, this is an exponential question.
Over under.
At exponential 30 years.
30 years? Yeah. So you're saying, it's a 20-year trip. So you're saying...
Yeah, I'm saying in the next 10 years,
it's a 20-year trip.
You can land stuff there.
Yeah. And it's a 20-year trip. So
Well, you want it back here?
No.
In 20 years, you could land there from your brain chip.
I mean, are you talking like pulling resources back or like drilling around? Because we're drilling around right now.
Right. But pulling, I'm talking about
You're talking like
mining.
Using stuff to bring back?
Right.
Like a full setup?
Yeah. Lithium.
Specifically, let's go 100 years.
Lithium.
What's on that? Well, you got to take 40 years back and forth. Yeah, you're going to have some time there, but we might figure some of that out.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, some crazy stuff's going to happen.
There's some crazy things. I always like to take a look at that movie Interstellar. I really like that movie.
It's good.
The way that explains sort of time. In that way, that flat circle, the thing that connects us is corn and gravity and love.
The flat circle?
Yeah. The flat circle.
Which is time.
That
movie's brilliant.
And which is almost like, if you look at it, that's kind of the explanation of a black hole is like a flat circle. Because it's,
which is like the face of a clock, which is sort of poetry there again.
Yeah. I hope our listeners are really high right now.
But the only way they're going to get through this, listen.
Yeah.
If you've got it, smoke it.
Yeah, Sam, can
because
we play
it's
some
not
Pink
getting
Floyd in the background right here?
any less weird from here.
Yeah. Man. All right, well, we're going to go get our minds right.
All right.
Take a quick little break for a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Yay.
Sunday, January 26th. Join us at Tulips for the Fort Worth Weekly Music Awards. That's right, folks. The Panthees are back. Hosted by yours truly, Ian Mack, stand-up comedian and host of the Great Unwashed podcast. Entry is free. Doors are at 6 p.m. Don't be late. Sponsored by Mrs. Renfro's Salsa. So we were talking about AI. Where are we at with AI? Like,
Yeah, because we did the past stuff.
Yeah.
And we've done we've done the dark and the utopian and the dystopian. We've done that. Yeah.
Let's
so
talk about
what's happening now? Yeah.
Yeah, the artistic side of it. Like, what is the wildest thing that you can just do with your phone with AI?
I'm going to share something with you that shook me up a little bit the other day.
Okay.
It was crazy.
All right.
So I asked Perplexity to generate a bedtime story. Fascinating. So what I would like to do, like it truly shifted some things in my head. Like it created the story and then it read it to me as if someone was speaking.
Wow.
It was eerie. It was wild. So what I'm going to ask you to do.
Okay.
I want you to give me a topic, like a story topic, and then we'll limit the word count. So
the funniest story you've ever heard about a post-apocalyptic ice cream man.
Write me the funniest story you've ever written about a
post-apocalyptic
ice cream man
with a happy ending.
With a happy ending to this story.
Once upon a time, in a post-apocalyptic world where ice cream was a distant memory, there lived a quirky ice cream man named Scoops. Scoops was determined to bring joy back to the desolate wasteland with his frozen treats, even if it meant facing mutant creatures and navigating treacherous terrain. The adventures of Scoops, the ice cream man Scoops, armed with his trusty ice cream truck retrofitted with armor plating and a turbo engine, set out on his mission. His first stop was at the ruins of an old amusement park where he encountered a group of scavengers who had never tasted ice cream before. With a twinkle in his eye and a scoop in hand, Scoops introduced them to the wonders of mint chocolate chip and strawberry swirl. As word spread of the ice cream man bringing happiness wherever he went, more survivors flocked to Scoops' truck, forming a makeshift community around him. Together they braved the dangers of the wasteland, trading goods for scoops of rocky road and banana splits. The grand finale one fateful day. As Scoops was serving up double scoops of happiness, a band of raiders attacked, intent on stealing his precious cargo. But Scoops was not about to let his newfound friends down. With a battle cry that sounded suspiciously like an ice cream jingle, he rallied his customers to defend their beloved ice cream truck. In an epic showdown that involved sprinkles flying like shrapnel and popsicles used as makeshift weapons, Scoops and his ragtag band emerged victorious. The raiders were vanquished, and peace once again reigned in the post-apocalyptic world. As the sun set on the horizon, Scoops stood atop his now battle-scarred truck, surrounded by cheering survivors enjoying their well-deserved treats. And so with laughter and ice cream in abundance, Scoops proved that even in the darkest of times, a little sweetness can go a long way towards rebuilding hope and community. And they all lived happily ever after, one scoop at a time.
As spoken by an AI bot.
Dude, that's insane. There was no time between... audience, I want you to know, there was no time that we cut out of that. Like, he put that in there. He said that to AI, and it spit it back at us so fast in a fucking British accent. A perfect British accent.
I mean, Scoops tells a really amazing story. Listen to this. Scoops proved that even in the darkest of times, a little sweetness can go a long way towards rebuilding hope and community.
I hope you know we're going to animate that.
Wow.
Yeah, we have to animate.
Thank you, AI bot and Scoops. There might be hope.
Yeah.
All right, because we had some darkness. So
if we got any other artists out there that want to take a crack at creating some cool Scoops artwork.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Scoops.
Anybody out there listening it's got a lick of talent in drawing.
Or even throw some Mid-Journey on it.
Sora.
Oh, we're going to go to Sora.
We're talking to Sora?
I'm excited.
Declaring it on the show.
All right.
Yeah, that's what we're declaring.
Sora.
I don't know anything about this stuff.
Reenactment.
Yeah. All right. We got to talk about. We have to. We have to get to the bottom of this, Lee.
Oh my God! Do we have to? Do we have to?
So let me just tell you what I have on my notes right now.
Oh God! Who
Because
wrote
this
these notes? Did
because
you write
this
these
says
notes?
because this says marketing, hot dog restaurant, mayor, working at UTA. But tell me,
Who has those words together in their notes?
yeah,
I don't know.
okay, so you
Who
just
would that be? I'm terrified of that person. I was in college my whole life
Yeah.
without actually being in college. So like I just made it a career
Yeah.
of being
A
like
career
today
student.
I'm gonna own a hot dog restaurant. I was like, that's like me changing majors. I was like, I'm gonna change a major here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna major in hot dogs.
Hey,
Right?
dude, you gotta meet my buddy Will. He started in popcorn.
Yes, I know this guy. Yeah. I know a lot of the popcorn sort of guys. They
Yeah,
for real.
yeah,
They're a hoot.
they are.
Yeah.
His dad,
Yeah.
was known as the Homer Simpson Bandit.
What?
What do you mean the Homer Simpson?
Yeah, thank you. That was
Because he would go into he did it in a bunch of different places, but he would go into like a Walmart with a bank in it or whatever, and he would go
whatever,
get he would go get a donut,
yeah.
and then he would go and fucking rob the place.
What? For real?
Yeah, for real. And then he got taken to prison. He did it in 3 states.
3 states got a donut.
Stop.
Got a
we look
donut
at- he's
and went
wiki.
and
We can
and
wiki this guy, right?
robbed banks.
Can
Swear
we-
to God.
Wiki this guy.
Homer Simpson Bandit. Look it up.
Okay.
All right. Neo on the.
Things take time.
Hold on. You know what? I'm going to ask AI over here. Can you tell me about the Homer Simpson Bandit?
The Homer Simpson Bandit was a criminal who pleaded guilty to bank robbery in 2007. This individual was associated with a crime wave in Springfield, similar to an elusive cat burglar in the episode Homer the Vigilante of The Simpsons. The bandit's car, known as Lil Bandit, belonged to Snake Jailbird and resembled a 1969 Dodge Charger. Additionally, Homer Simpson drove a unique vehicle called the Homer, which was more of a trophy than a practical car.
What the fuck? So it just lied to me a
No.
bunch.
No, that's,
Oh, wait. We got some more news.
dude,
Yeah.
that's
I'm
Part of
telling
it.
you, your drunk
from
friend
the
that is
article
overconfident.
that I'm reading right now.
Yeah.
It's what?
Is it?
What happened?
That might, dude.
Homer Simpson Bandit.
What's his
pleads
name?
Guilty to bank robbery.
What's his name?
George Stefan
Cuthson.
Gustafson?
Does it say Cuth?
Yep.
That's Will's fucking dad, dude. I swear to God.
Wow.
So hot dogs.
Oh, God.
You bought this. Do you still
No,
own
I
this hot
didn't
dog restaurant?
Buy it. I created it. It was
You created it out of
It was
nothing.
like, yeah.
Okay.
And it was called Political Dogs.
Okay.
Just for real.
Where?
Killer logo, because that's what I do.
Yeah.
And then, it was, that is the number one craziest thing that I've embarked on.
Yeah.
It's totally insane. Like, so the
What-
show,
yeah,
The
what-
Bear.
Yeah. The bear.
Familiar with
Yeah.
this? Yes.
Yeah.
And so the only thing, like there's a lot of PTSD in that to
Yeah.
watch it.
Right. I
But
know.
I will say
I
one
come
thing.
from a restaurateur.
Yeah. So,
My
yeah.
family.
But
Yeah.
you know what I think's missing from that
Yeah.
show is because when you're in that,
Yeah.
like the thing that show represents, it's like a little mini combat moment. Like it's insanity.
PTSD, anxiety, dude.
Yeah,
like
you're freaking out. People
Yeah.
are like doing weird stuff
Oh,
out
dude,
there, front of
the-
house, everybody in
the
the back
one-
of the house, in front of the house. And
the one that got me the most was when she forgot to turn on the she forgot to turn off the DoorDash overnight, or like the online ordering overnight. And so all these orders, as soon as she turned the machine on, when the printer just started printing, he just says, fuck it, fire everything.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like,
and that happens
grip my
hourly.
chest, dude. Yeah. I know. That's wild, bro.
So
and then that's the end of the episode. It just like you just hear the printer just going. I'm just like, fuck this shit, dude. Nope, I can't.
Yeah.
The sound of that printer, the that shit. There's people out there that work in kitchens right now that getting fucking PTSD.
Oh yeah,
dude.
no,
I'm sorry for that. Guys.
Yeah, we had the little thing that printed right out to the the line.
Yeah, my brother still runs the chicken shack down in it's my family's. So the hot dog joint.
So the hot dog guys in the room with the chicken joint.
Yeah, hot dog guy. I'm a chicken guy. Dude.
That's right. Hey,
I come from a chicken, dude.
Right. There's
my god,
least,
that's a skit right there, dude. That's a sketch.
Feet and beaks in those dogs. I'm sure. Actually,
yeah, it's all the same shit.
Well, no. Well, yes.
Okay. How did you get? You were just like, I'm gonna go do this now.
Okay, so
it was called Political Dogs. So
I was the mayor of that town.
You're the mayor of the town.
Yeah. So I ran.
What the fuck?
For office.
Okay.
I was actually on council.
Yeah.
This is like crazy chapter stuff.
Yeah.
For 8 years. And then I ran for mayor. And so I was mayor for 4 years. Yeah. And then, 12 years of.
Did you straighten that?
Service.
Did you straighten that city out?
Yeah.
I
really did. Yeah.
Cool.
They, there was blight. They had the cutest town square. I bought some property there. I raised it and then built it back. Had this cool loft and had my agency up front. And then I had bought the building adjacent to it. And that's where the restaurant was. This is where we're getting to that.
Right.
But yeah, but when that project started, it was like, why would you invest in this town? Or you're crazy. And then I was like, man, there are some really cool opportunities for this community and I want to get involved. And anyway, ran for office. And so started working on trying to get some stuff in there. We got federal grants. We got state grants. We had just there's so many things that we upgraded. There was all sorts of water drainage issues and trying to get tax credits for people to invest in the community. And I would go up to Richmond to talk to the state legislatures, and I would go and find the federal guys, and we would talk about things and how to fix stuff. And I spent a lot of time working on the town, and it became something that had no businesses down there. I think there were like 8, and there were over 40 jobs and all sorts of just cool stuff happening. And you didn't have to leave town and go to the next town to do stuff. And it was really, it was a nice little Renaissance run. During that whole thing,
excuse me,
there was a restaurant in town.
Yeah.
And it left, and there was this void there, and all these great things were happening. And I was like, you know what? We got to keep something going.
There. Yeah, something in there.
And so that's what I did.
So what were like some of the hot dogs named after? It was had like one that was like the Republican, the Democrat.
We had the Hanging Chad.
Okay.
We had the Firehouse Caucus, which was kind of spicy.
Okay. All right.
What were some other ones? Man, we had some. They were all politically named for sure.
For sure.
We had the sweet potato fries, and they were spelled wrong. They were the Dan Quayle sweet potato fries spelled wrong. Some people out there will get that reference.
Give me liberty or give me relish.
But it was, and then we had all sorts of memorabilia hanging around, and politicians would come in and they would order food, and we would put their name on the menu. So we had a Senator Warner dog, whatever he ordered, he was on the menu, and
What did he order?
Oh my God!
kidding.
I can find out. I got a menu somewhere, and I could tell you, but I don't know right off.
So what happened to the restaurant? Is it still there, or is
No.
it anything? What's there now?
I moved to Texas.
Yeah.
And then
So what happened? So who's the mayor now? What's going on in this town?
I moved to Texas.
Okay, all right. Moving on. So what made you want to come out here to grace
I
us?
got a
with you?
job
Okay.
at the University of Texas at Arlington.
Yeah, my alma mater, baby.
All right. Yeah. Mav up, man.
That's it. Maybe. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, so I think we should just jump into this. What do you have here in what are these books?
I brought you some journals
Okay.
that you can peruse through
All right.
if you would like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. What is
So I call these my brains. I
Okay.
used to carry these around. I use a lot my tablet more now, and so I don't carry the paper and but they're little journals, and I've been doing this I think since I was 20, and this is number 9,
Okay.
and I've got number 2. This one here,
Yeah,
is called Brain 2, and that is actually really my brain.
Oh wow.
Because my dad is a radiologist, and he was like, "Hey, I've got this new technology, it's MRI, and it's not good to have radiation. You should check this out." And so
That's badass.
That's wild.
here's Brain 11, and this one does not have a number on it.
I think I've looked
This does not have a number.
before.
But this one is dated. It's Brain 6, and it's dated October 9th, 2001. So most of them have the date in the front cover there. And a tragic story that one of the brains, I left it somewhere, and I lost it. It was half full or half empty, depending on, who you talk to. And I called them. I was like, anybody turn this in? I lost and found. I called them for weeks. I was freaking out. And it is out there somewhere. It's in a dumpster somewhere. There's no telling.
Crazy as hell.
Hang on. I want to read this
Oh
one.
yeah.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
All right, hang on.
Yeah.
This is where we may need to edit.
Yeah. Okay. No, this is great. Heroes don't wear diapers, or do they?
Right?
They
Right.
are.
Right.
They are
and
a
that
lot.
was well before that happened.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There are a lot of things that heroes don't do.
Are you still
That's
reading?
just it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one says Twin Peaks dude on front row, 8/27/92. And it's a sketch probably of some dude on the front row in a court hearing and
Oh, no. Twin Peaks,
yeah.
the movie Firewalk with Me. I was in the theater, like it was opening night of that movie. And that's the guy in front of me in the theater.
Oh shit!
What's he? He's got like
can
a
see him
like
over
a
his shoulder,
DuckTales sort of
too.
weird thing.
Yeah, like a
that guy.
Jerry curl.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a Jerry curl mullet.
Yep, he was there. And you know what's crazy? He looks like the Laura Palmer, like the guy that comes out.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The curly hair, the mustache, and like
Right.
Yeah.
creepy sperm swimming around.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I
Some kind of goat baby. Was
definitely
that
don't
what
want
that
to
is?
talk
What is
about that.
Oh, they're also mushrooms.
Oh, okay. Mushrooms and sperm. Sperm are the spores of
Of humanity.
humans. There's some heavy stuff in here.
Oh,
dude.
shoot.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Yeah. No, there probably is. It's
There's some.
yeah. It's
I'm
like
just-
stuff.
Yeah, it's stuff, dude.
It's journals. It's like
Yeah.
there's some art. There's a lot of writing. Wrote a lot. And I carried it with me everywhere. So it would be like any sort of thought that came to mind. I'd
Yeah.
write it down or
That's why you call
want
it
to
a
sketch
brain.
something. Yeah. It was
Damn,
my.
son, what the fuck?
Whoa, that's awesome, dude. That's cool that you have that you have that much discipline to sit down. Is it more of a? I guess it's more of a like keeping up with the thoughts as they come.
Yeah.
And able to like go back and look at that. I need to do more of that. Every time I go on a stage, I record the set,
Sure. Yeah.
right? And record, what we were talking about. And then I'll keep the recording going a little bit while I have it in my pocket. And sometimes, people come up and they'll give me like a little tag or something. And so I'll have that recorded and I'll just like, take it back and write it down. But that amount of discipline's got to be like, I don't even know. Like just always having a notebook around and putting down every thought, dude.
Well, not every thought.
Not every thought.
But the ones that you feel like are key in that moment.
Right. Remarkable.
Like, this is the thing.
Yeah.
And I would keep it by the bed, and sometimes I'd wake up and be like, have some dream, and I'd write it down or some weird thought.
I need to do that more.
And and that's sort of the nesting thing we talked about earlier.
Okay.
Is like this, having this thing here is some of the,
He's a rare breed, though. He's like a real Renaissance man.
You really are, man. Do you think that you've
He is a Renaissance man.
He's a Renaissance man. I think in every way, shape, and form.
No, but that's very kind.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, agree to disagree.
Robots and lasers.
This motherfucker's fucking with robots and lasers, does digital art every single day, writes every thought that comes to his head into a paper brain.
Drinks rum.
Yeah.
Straight up drinks rum like a fucking pirate.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Man, I love what you're doing, man. That's because I
enjoy
like
it. Not to be like just like I'm enjoying things.
One Piece, not the anime. One piece of advice.
Oh wow.
That you would give our audience. Real or
so
fake?
Here's the thing. We all confront our demons at some point. Like there's that voice that tells you can't do it. That you need to burn it down in some way. Mm-hmm. You got to confront that, and you got to break that cycle. That's it. You gotta find it. You gotta wrestle it. You gotta move through it and go. Don't listen to any of that negative stuff.
Yeah, that's
my advice.
I feel that, man. I like the words that you use too. The feeling to burn it down.
Yeah,
like that.
You can have people do this outside of you, but you also do it internally. You let people and you know what?
Yeah. That's what that Mac Miller song, the one from his posthumous album, Good News. Yeah, he says, "Well, I got to build something beautiful just to go set it on fire."
Yep.
Yeah,
for sure, man.
Yeah, I feel that. Damn, dude. R.I.P. Mac Miller.
Right.
Well, cool, dude. So where can we find you at? Because we've taken up far too much of your time.
All right. I know. Oh my God, I'm late for an appointment. You guys
really
you're supposed to tell
go.
me.
Yeah.
I got a helicopter waiting.
Yeah.
All right. It's at Leeon Lean.
Leonlean.
Right. So Leon has 2 E's.
Yeah. We'll put it in the description.
Yeah. So let me read. No, I'm not joking.
Yeah. Dude, and stay tuned for plenty of cool shit coming up from Lee, and then also lots of cool comedy stuff going on, and I'm doing it.
Yeah,
doing my best.
That's right. Don't let those demons get you, man.
That's right, man. Yeah, that's it. Well, cool. This has been a super fun episode of Great Unwashed. I want to thank my guest one more time, Leeon Lean.
And I want to thank you for making this so great. It was awesome.
Thanks, man. And I want to thank Sam.
Yeah. Neo.
Motherfucker.
Las Vegas.
What did we say? Saskatchewan? Thank you for listening. Good night, Zanzibar.
For more information on today's podcast and other Great Unwashed content, visit greatunwashedpodcast.com and follow Ian at Ian Mac Presents.